Hello guys, my name is Khan, and in today's video we will discuss that how you can format your interactive filters in Tableau. Related to how you can create interactive filters, we have discussed very in detail about how you can create interactive filters, how it works in my previous videos. So if you guys don't know anything about interactive filters, you can watch my previous videos about filters, especially interactive filters. In this video, I will quickly talk about that how you can format those interactive filters. Again, for this video, I will be using a dataset named US Census. I will quickly go through this data. As you can see, this dataset is in Excel format. I will open it up. This is again a demographic data. Again, I'm just considering just USA country, so therefore in my data there is only one country, USA, and each row is representing one state of USA. And then I have some demographic data about USA population, urban, death, marriage, and divorce. The important thing is that there is a categorical variable region in my dataset, which is dividing the US dataset into four regions: south, west, north central, and northeast. So I will be using this dataset for my video. Again, in order to work in Tableau, this is my Tableau shortcut. I will just open it up. Again, in Tableau, Tableau works in three steps. First, you import the data. Secondly, you create your visuals, and in the third step, you share your visuals. So the first step we will do, as I mentioned, that my data is in the Excel format. I will say Excel, and then I will go to my here Tableau. I have my data set is this. I will click it. So I'm able to import all the data successfully, as you can see it here. So now we will go to sheet 1 and I will create quickly a map graph. As you can see, country is my geographical variable by default detected by Tableau. Then I have state. In order to make this graph a bit more interesting, I will drag this population over the size, and you can see here each point size is representing the population. One thing that I would like to tell about the sizes, if you just click this size, here you can manage the size of these points based on your own wish. So suppose if these sizes looks very smaller to me, I can just adjust the sizes according to my need. Relatively the sizes remain same, but their looks is now bigger. So I thought it's better to tell you guys about this. And now what I will do, so I like to create an interactive filter. Suppose if I like to create an interactive filter on my region variable, what I will do, I will drag this region variable here and I will say select all the categories, apply. Okay, but currently I have just created a normal filter, but I want to create an interactive filter that the end user will also be able to use. And in order to do that, I will click this down arrow button, come here, show filters, and now I can do format this interactive filter. But the important thing to note here is that when currently I am in a sheet mode, and if I do some if I edit this interactive filter, or if I format this filter, some changes will not appear here, and that's why it's better. It's also I will recommend that you add this graph in the dashboard too, so that you're able to see what are the formatting changes that you are making. Again, I'm currently in a sheet mode where I'm creating this graph, and if I do some formatting changes here on this filter, interactive filter, some changes may don't appear here, and those changes will directly appear into the dashboard where I will be using this graph. So if I go to my dashboard, this is my dashboard, and if I say this is my sheet 1, if I place it here, you can see I have my interactive filter appearing here too. So if I want to do some changes, There are two ways. So if I go to my sheet 1, if I go to this down arrow button, and here you can see that I have the option format filter, edit title. So suppose if I first like to edit title, currently it's saying region, but I don't want to see its region. I'm saying select. So select region here, and I want to control A. I want to change the format to maybe bold. I would like to increase the size to 20, bold, italic, underline, and then I'm changing the color to maybe less. I'm just randomly selecting the color, format it to the center, and say okay. You can see that I have implemented so many changes related to alignment, related to the color, but those changes didn't appear here. But if I go to dashboard 1, you can see that my changes are appearing here. So first I will change the dimensions of my dashboard. So I will say increase the width, and I will say I will also want to increase. I think I'm happy with the height. We'll increase the width a bit more. So now suppose if I want to format this interactive filter, first I want to place it like here, and I will change its width. So you can see that I have changed the way it was looking by placing it somewhere else. Now if I go back to my sheet 1, and if I go to this down arrow button, previously I have done some edit titles, and the formatting that I have done to edit titles didn't appear here. Only it's showing me select region here, but the format is not the one which I have selected is shown in my sheet mode. But if I go to my dashboard, you can see that alignment, the color that I have selected is applicable here now. So sometimes it's better that you do such kind of formatting within the dashboard view once you added that sheet or graph into your dashboard. After that, you can edit your interactive filter more easily in the dashboard. Don't worry, I will also show how can you do that formattings of your interactive filter through this dashboard window. So firstly, I will go back to sheet 1, and now if I go back to this down arrow button again, I have used this edit title option before, and sometimes you may not see the title because you may have unchecked this show title. If the title is don't appear at your end of your interactive filter, make sure that this show title option is ticked. After that, what I will do, I can go to format filters. If I say format filter, in the format filters I can use different options. That what is the font of the title I have already selected when I was using the edit title option. You can also select the alignment. I can say center, and now the option that you want to apply on the body you can also select. I can select that different thing. That's all. If I want to select, let's see if I want to color this. You can see the color formatting is visible here, and then I can shading too. So suppose I want this shading, and you can say that shading also box is applicable here. Some formatting changes you will be able to see within the sheet mode or within the mode where you're constructing the graph, but all of the formatting changes will be applicable when you go to the dashboard view. And in the same way, I also can create borders. Suppose if I want this kind of border with this width, and I am happy with this color, but that's borders don't appear here. But if I go to my dashboard, you can see all those changes are applicable here. And suppose if you want to, so suppose now you're in the dashboard view and you have this interactive filter, and you want, instead of going to sheet mode where you have graph view, you want to format it, your interactive filter within the dashboard view. You can also do it from here, and I will recommend to format your interactive filter within the dashboard view instead of sheet view, because while formatting it in the dashboard, you can instantly see what are the changes happening, instead of doing those changes in the sheet mode first and then coming to the dashboard to see what happened to the format of your interactive filter. So if I come back here, and if in order to, what you have to do first, you have to select this interactive filter. Once you have selected, there is a down arrow button here. You can select that, and here we have all the options available which we have just seen in edit title. I can select it, I can increase the font to 15. Okay, as you can see what you have done, instantly you're able to see the changes into your interactive filter. And then I will see format filters. If I go to format filter option, these are the options that I have. I suppose if I want to change the change the color, here. And the other thing is that if I go back to, if I select this filter, interactive filter, and go to this down arrow button, there is a very important option available, which is customize. So under the customize, if you see, there's many options which are already checked. There is another very important option which you can use, show apply button. So instead, when you check one thing, Tableau will automatically update your graph, but you don't want to do this. So suppose if I apply this show button, you can see that there's an apply button coming here. So suppose if I unselect northeast, it's asking me that do you want to apply this change on your graph. Then I say apply, and then once I will click this apply, my graph got updated. In the same way, if I select north central too, you can see my graph is updating when I'm clicking the button apply button. So this is also a very important option available, which you can use through the customize option. And now the other thing that I would like to do is that if I go to if I press this down arrow button, there is an option which is a very important option, apply to worksheet. So this dashboard is actually applicable to the graph which is we have in this sheet 1. But let's see, if I create another sheet, I will quickly create a region, and then I will population. I want it as a bar graph. I will select it. I will invert the rows to columns and columns to rows by pressing this thing. And let's see, if I go to my dashboard, I have second sheet now. I will add it here too. But currently, if I apply this interactive filter, you can see this interactive filter is only controlling this map graph. It have nothing to do with this sheet 2 graph. But suppose if I want to link this interactive filter with this sheet 2, how can I do? One thing is that I can go to sheet 1. I can go to this down arrow button, and if I say apply to worksheet, and I will say selected worksheet. So I also check sheet 2. So whenever I select this filter, also apply the data filter to sheet 2. Okay. And if I go to my dashboard now, you can see that I have selected only northeast, south, and west, and I can see only those 4 bars here. And now if I select north central to apply, my graph got updated, my sheet 1 graph got updated, and my sheet 2 graph also got updated. That's why it's a very important option. Again, if you want to apply that change through dashboard too, you can do. So if I go to here, and if I go to apply to worksheet, here I have selected worksheet. But suppose if you know that you want to apply that filter to all of those sheets in which you are using this data source, you can also use this functionality, and according to your need you can also use this option too. But mostly I will recommend to use this option. You come here, you say I want that this interactive filter control both of the graphs which are coming from sheet 1 and sheet 2. These number of graphs can be more than two. For this video, I have just created an example in which we have 2 graphs coming from sheet 1 and sheet 2. So this is also a very important option that you can use. Then you can apply the filter to different worksheets. So in this video, we have covered that how you can apply formatting to your interactive filters while creating the graph, and how you can also format your interactive filter within the dashboard view when you are creating the dashboard. And in the end, we also have discussed that how you can apply your filter which was controlling the filter of your one visual, and how you can use the same interactive filters to control the data set behind your other visuals too, by, as I've just shown you guys, that you can click this down arrow button and you can use this apply to worksheet thing to control the data behind other visuals too. That's all about the video. Thank you for watching the video.